Hello, coucou tout le monde, bienvenue les potos et les potesses pour un nouvel épisode de The Invincible. Allez, on est y part pour la suite de l'aventure. Sur cette mystérieuse planète, Yasna découvre la destination du dernier convoi qui a quitté la base. Elle se met en route après s'être rendue compte qu'elle pourrait en trouver d'autres. Suivre le convoi de l'Alliance.
There's also a couple of smaller cranes here. In comparison to the Colossus, they look like it's pups.
Yes, I got it. They have big machines. Bigger than ours.
Là-bas. Alors, le truc qui est bien, c'est que le véhicule est de retour. Le petit rover qui avait disparu dans l'épisode précédent, il s'est dit « Hey !» Mais finalement, Marcus, il en a suffisamment chié, autant que je revienne, Voilà, comme ça il a compris que sans moi, c'était la galère. Mais tous les deux, ça va être le GG. Est-ce que je peux rentrer dans ces bâtiments? On dirait pas.
How far to that convoy?
Not far.
Ah, ça, je peux pas me
Even
baisser.
if I make a few stops, it won't take long.
Poupili papa. Ah, mais si, là.
Two modules were placed nearby. The first one looks residential.
Que dalle, que dalle. Ici, oui, mais... Non. Ah! Attends, je veux jouer. Comment ça marche? Voilà, comme ça. Ça y est. Tout. Poup. Et boum! Allez, vas-y, faut que je marque un point! Mais il est trop fort! Vas-y! Mais non! Schlack! Attends, mais... Il est trop fort!
One step at a time, Yasna. One step at a time.
Non, je veux jouer! Ouattata! Mais il est trop fort! Il arrête tout! Mettez-moi ça! Oh là! 40 ans après! Ouais. Ça va le faire. Ou pas! Et ça va de plus en plus vite. Oh, c'était pas loin, mon gars.
Yasna, focus. What now?
Non! Oh! Non, j'ai perdu. Vas-y, viens, on se casse. Mais c'était trop bien. Par là.
The second one is a mobile laboratory.
Mais on n'était pas déjà venu?
They excavated a lot of different objects in terms of shape and size.
En fait, c'est exactement la même disposition que les modules qu'on avait vus dans la base. C'est pour ça qu'on a cette impression de déjà vu. Mais là, au niveau des tableaux, c'est pas les mêmes dessins.
I tried to arrange them somehow, to classify them.
Were they successful?
It looks promising. If they had spent a little more time, they would surely have come up with something.
And yet they gave up all efforts.
Oui, non? Ok. Bon bah on y va, hein? On n'a pas que ça à faire. Ici, est-ce que je vais pouvoir faire des trucs et des bidules? Ah!
Interesting. They found a sizable object deep underground.
Ah ouais.
Stands out from the rest. It's not a part of the structures, but rather an independent, autonomous machine.
Also metal.
Yes.
So, a robot? Or something else that finally looks familiar?
Well, it looks a lot more like a robot than the other structures.
On va y aller. Oui! Wouh! Oh, ouais! Hop, 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 hop. Calmos, 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 calmos. Bzz, 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 bzz. Ouais. Ok. On y retourne.
I should move. Oh, there's no time.
Pipadi papou. Là. Ça aurait été bien d'avoir un peu de nitro. Ou d'avoir un turbo.
Astrogator, I've already covered most of the convoy route. I'm entering a more enclosed area. A ravine, to be precise.
I see. Can I count on a tactical report?
Of course. A simple analysis of the situation won't hurt anyone.
That's for sure.
Stop, stop. Est-ce que je peux avoir mon bouquin? Voilà. Alors, le convoi est parti par là. Moi, je suis passé par ici, non? Ouais, c'est ça. Ici, c'est là où il y avait le gros trou. Là, t'as les deux modules. Là, l'espèce de grosse grue là qui soulevait le truc chelou. Je me demande si j'ai pas zappé un
I'm
passage.
still here, if you're wondering, sir. It all just takes longer than expected.
I know the situation. No need to explain yourself, Doctor.
The road ahead leads straight to where the convoy was heading.
Well then, what are you waiting for? Any doubts?
No, I don't. I still think we have to go there. If they're not in the base, they must be somewhere, damn it.
So, what's on your mind?
I can just drive in there, straight to the convoy. Or try and take a side path to remain unnoticed until the very last moment.
Bold assumption. Could be an unnecessary detour. I leave that to your judgment, though. It's your call, Yasmin.
Actually, I don't think it will make much difference. I'm heading straight to the convoy.
C'est bon, on a fini? Oh, doucement, Yasna, t'emballe pas trop. Je voudrais bien savoir l'autonomie de ce véhicule. Wow!
I'm nearing the destination. From now on, I'll be on foot.
Good. It's better to approach with caution.
Actually, I don't have a choice. The road is blocked. Seems like a sidewall collapse.
How typical of the...
The radiation level is rising rapidly.
Yasna, be careful. Of radiation. Of other people.
Bye bye le rover.
Just watch yourself.
Considering the radioactive environment, I assume the probability of finding people here is close to 0.
It might well indicate something quite the opposite. Human technology equals radiation, after all.
One of their vehicles got stuck in the rubble.
Oh? So you've already reached the convoy?
It's only this vehicle so far. I'm looking for the rest.
Alors, mon amour, je veux t'assurer que notre expédition se déroule très bien, sans plus d'observations ou de découvertes spectaculaires. Nous prévoyons possiblement un arrêt temporaire pour une routine de maintenance. Cependant, cela ne devrait pas avoir trop d'importance concernant la date de mon retour. Et blablabla. Vu que je suis enrhumé, je vais pas me foutre dans la merde à vous lire tout ça. Hein? J'espère que vous me comprendrez. Mince, CF. Chaque fois je me gourre. Oh!
And there's another mobile antimatter cannon.
Another one? How many of those did they... Is it active?
Dead, fortunately.
I admire your composure.
Well, I've had my fair share of anxiety lately. No wonder my brain's in defense mode now. Dissociation is something we all do. Hang on, someone's here.
Oh!
Oh no. Astrogator. They're dead.
So you found someone.
After seeing their face, I had a feeling it might end like this. Still, I wonder, what were they looking for? Was it that killed them?
J'ai l'impression qu'on voit sa colonne vertébrale.
Oh, another hole. Great. I'm not sure if it's safe to go in there. Last time it turned out to be quite hazardous.
True. Maybe take a look around first.
Okay. I'm getting into the antimat's recorder.
Oui.
What do we have here? They were preparing for departure. The convoy's heading somewhere. I was there! It's the location with the giant cranes. Right before they lifted that strange artifact above ground level. They're getting close to where I am now. They're here. Sending a probe. It's hard for them to reach the site. That's why they're trying to get there from above. Oh, they're tunneling their way through with a beam of antimatter.
How subtle. Can you locate the breach?
Looks like they found whatever they were looking for in that ominous tunnel. Of course.
Don't jump to conclusions, Doctor. Not before you finish. You need to know what to expect there first.
Those containers ended up in one of the transporters. I wonder if it's still nearby. Huh. Shame. The transport's leaving. Something's going on. One man's trying to draw the attention of the others to... I have no idea what's beyond the frame. The photo is such poor quality. You can clearly see the fear on his face. One of them is staring with concern at an instrument. Some sort of meter. Next slide. People rushing out of the tunnel, running from whatever's in there.
But are we still considering whether you should go inside? I admit it's all very intriguing, but also too risky. What I'm trying to say is, I fear for your safety, Yasna.
I'm grateful for that. The situation is far from safe, true, but I've got to do what I've got to do, whether I'm scared or not. One of the antimats has fired straight into the tunnel.
And? What happened next?
There's nothing else. Only... darkness.
Can't you see what it was aiming for?
Total panic. Everyone's trying to escape. There's also a second antimat. It's shooting into the air.
Unbelievable. Both were faulty.
The second antimat. That's what destroyed it. People are frozen with fear. They don't know what to do. It's firing directly at the crew.
D'accord. Oh là là, mais que s'est-il passé? Pourquoi les machines se sont retournées contre leur créateur?
Shooting them. One by one.
Oh la vache. Lui, il a le bras droit totalement arraché. Lui, il tente de s'enfuir. Lui, il se prend un rayon en plein dans les guibolles.
It's horrifying what an antimatter beam does to the human body.
I'm sorry you have to see this, Yasna. Regis 3 doesn't spare you.
Who needs such destructive power? This technology puts us on a straight path to annihilation.
Well, the Alliance will do anything to feel invincible, hence their flagship.
It's not only them, Astrogator. If I remember correctly, we're not engaged in open conflict. And yet, we too participate in this ridiculous arms race. To the death and beyond. Someone hid behind a rock.
How do you know?
This antimat has thermal imagery. Hiding from it made no difference. One man has raised his hands in surrender. If only a machine could take pity on him.
With a proper programming, it could recognize such gestures, but it could never feel compassion. No.
Va-t-il mourir? Oh là là.
Killed him. The machine just killed him. Oh fuck.
Yasna?
Attends, c'était quand?
The last photo is from a few moments ago. I'm on it.
Bloody hell, so it's not dead after all. The machine that massacred the Alliance is still operational, and it could target you at any moment.
Let's hope not.
Perhaps it's best to hope. While moving away.
Ouais, c'est ça, casse-toi, mec.
If that's all,
Meuf.
What about that tunnel?
right.
So? I'll go check it out.
I know you will, Yasna. Proceed.
Ah, on voit là le tir qui est venu frapper la machine. Eh. Je sais pas ce que j'ai écrit, mais ça a été fait. Eh tiens, il y a un mec là. Non, je peux rien faire. Il y a un mec. Ah ouais, non attends. La scène, le mec, donc il est mort là. Il y a un autre. Non, j'ai du mal à reconnaître la scène ici.
Nothing's changed, Astrogator.
Understood.
Ici. Non? Non. Derrière, que dalle. Là, je peux pas y aller. En tout cas, ça a été un carnage. Je sais pas pourquoi elles ont pété un câble. Pourquoi cette machine-là a pété un câble? Est-ce que ce serait la cause de quelque chose? Est-ce que c'est un programme qui a pété une durite? Va savoir.
Status? What's new?
I can hear a rhythmic, metallic sound coming from beyond the tunnel.
Something still active. Take your time, Yasna. Keep rushing.
I can't hear. I don't understand you, sir. The audio's breaking up.
It's not unexpected. You are in a dead room.
I'll get back to you once I reach the end.
Understood.
It's in Arctan. Coming at me.
J'espère que tu vas être gentil avec moi, non?
Welt, inside a cave.
Yasna, can
Qu'est-ce
you
qui se
hear me?
passe?
Over.
Copy that.
Les radiations?
I don't feel too. My head feels like it's bursting from pressure.
Breathe, Yasna. You need to rest.
Ouais, non.
No. I'm better now.
All right, then. Can you tell me what's in there?
Seems like this robot started a task and then got stuck in a loop.
What task?
Carrying boxes. It took one but never left.
And why do you think it's stuck?
Well, it goes in circles, using the same path.
Super.
This place is full of metal bushes.
Same as the ones before.
Well, the lower parts of the bushes are, how to put it, fruitless.
So the Alliance came to pick the fruits.
Oh merde. Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I think their crew took some soil samples. There's this chipped rock, revealing what lies beneath the surface.
Which is more metal?
Yes, a metal interior. Roots are exposed as well. They're not embedded in any rock, but in a tissue-like alloy.
Little bushes growing out of metal soil.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
So, all the bushes in this area, and there are plenty of them as I understand, appear to grow on the rock, but deep down their roots are embedded in metal. Perhaps you should take a closer look at them, Doctor. Can you please check them, Yasna?
Do you have anything specific in mind?
Doctor, if it's all metal...
Then I'll use a detector. Right. I'm checking. Give me a sec.
Perfect.
Everything matches. There's metal all around. And the bushes have a direct connection with the whole system.
Interesting. Sounds similar...
To the structures I saw following Gorski. Yes. Huh. Well, perhaps it's... looks like 2 generations. One, old, dead, a relic. Second, these bushes... grew in the remains of the former generation.
Hang on. Are you saying that this new generation is alive? And the old one used to be alive?
We can't rule it out.
And you say that as a biologist? I haven't heard you mention cells, membranes, organs, or green bodies. Which leads me to one conclusion. That thing is not alive, Doctor.
Well, we used to calling all life proteinaceous, especially ourselves. But that's on Earth. The universe doesn't give a damn about our classifications.
Yasna, are you abandoning your profession? All you have learned, discovered, researched so far?
I'm just opening up to the unknown.
Là, il y a quelque chose, hein. Alors, je fais quoi maintenant? Je descends ou pas?
I'm pretty sure the box is filled with research material. Those fruits.
Could you retrieve them somehow?
It won't be easy to snatch a crate from its steel grip. I'll come closer first. Shit! I can't handle it anymore.
Ah, ça y est! Il a quitté sa routine. Vas-y, meuf.
The robot disappeared.
You must have broken its loop.
I didn't.
No, you must have done something. Never mind. We'll try to locate it. But first of all, get out of there now.
Attends d'abord. Oh là là, ressaisis-toi!
I found the robot. It hasn't gone far.
Good. Please follow it.
Il y a quoi dans la case? Merde!
Oh, fuck! Fuck, it's getting up!
What? The robot?
No, the antimat!
You need to act fast. Move, Yasna, fast!
No! It will kill me if I...
Yasna? Are you alive?
Yes. It destroyed the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh no. It's over. The probe won't come this time.
Yasna, stay calm.
It won't come.
No, don't die on me now. I'm begging you, don't give up. You can't. You can't. I failed you. Sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. It's all my fault. You hear me? All mine. It was my decision. I decided to accept this mission.
How did I survive? Wait. You said you had a choice.
Yasna, you're alive.
If you could reject it, why didn't you?
Qu'est-ce qui s'est
After a series
passé?
of successful missions, are you safe now?
Safe enough.
And the antimat?
He decided not to shoot me after all. Please continue, sir. I'm all ears.
You will agree that we were doing very well. Outstanding results.
That's how it ought to end. Well.
Yes, I fully agree, but then it seemed this could have been the crowning achievement of the entire expedition. Just imagine.
You could have at least asked us.
I did wrong. I know that now. I will never forgive myself for it. Neither do I expect you to.
Marit? She can no longer forgive you. Same goes for the others.
I'm fully aware. All of it weighs heavily on my mind. Believe me, Doctor. So, what do we do now? Will you finally let me send Hopper for you?
I can't just fly away. Now more than ever. I won't rest until I find out what happened to our people and what we can do to aid them. For now, you can forget about the research material. The only thing left of the Arctan is its feet.
Considering all the factors, I would assume everyone in the convoy is dead. If there's anything more to learn, it's from the recording devices. The first antimat told us a lot. The second one is destroyed. You spoke about the probe. Should be a valuable source of information. And the rovers. Are they on the convoy list?
J'étais pas là, moi. Si je passe devant, je meurs ou pas? La vache.
Huh. It's cooled down.
Oh, yes!
Actually, it's right in front of me.
Non, il y en a qu'un. Alors, attends, je vais me servir encore une fois de mon bidule. Sait-on jamais? Attends. Merci. Oui.
Why even bother with security measures when they just leave keys in locks anyway?
Extremely unre...
So, let's hear it.
Hello, base. This is Antka. Hello, Antka. Tesla here. I can hear you. Reporting. 25th day of the mission, 7:15 a.m. We arrived.
I saw it on the
We
slides.
encountered a terrain obstacle, but it has been removed.
You can skip ahead if you would.
We've established permanent access to the extraction site, separated the material for research. Now we're securing the first transport. Dr. Boza and Osterhaus have already begun their preliminary research here on site.
Gotcha. I'm passing it on. Let us know if there are any updates.
Of course. Over and out.
There's more.
Base, come in. Dr. Boza wants to talk with you.
Tesla here. Over.
We have a sort of discovery.
Oh? I'm listening.
25th day.
Base, this is Boza.
Doctor.
These tiny crystals contain highly advanced technology. Individually, they are slender and helpless. However, when in a group, they seem to stimulate and support each other, revealing new properties. At first, they started to emit an electromagnetic field.
Okay. And then?
A handful of small crystals gathered together. When in a larger group, they activated and... this is our biggest revelation so far. They started floating in the air.
Did I hear that right?
The larger the group, the easier, more freely.
Yes. Apparently it's flying.
Like a swarm of mechanical flies.
Slow down, Doctor. You say crystals, or rather flies. Which one is it?
Call it whatever you want. These creatures have a precise threefold symmetry, resembling the letter Y, with three-pointed arms connecting in a central bulge. Black as coal in direct light, shimmering with shades of blue and olive in reflected light. As my colleague Osterhaus mentioned, they somewhat resemble the abdomens of certain terrestrial insects. Is Markovnik there?
Navigator's unavailable right now.
Well, please let him know we'll submit our reports as soon as he's available. Oh, and have him send us another transporter, will you?
Autonomous robots the size of flies.
It's not finished. Let's keep listening.
Hello, convoy. Antka, come in. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. We're finishing loading. Preparing to depart.
Don't!
Gets tense.
Leave the material behind and return to the base.
But why? What happened?
Scouts came back from this whole city.
Tesla? What's going on? Hello? Tesla, come in. Navigator speaking. Don't take anything. Just get out of there. Immediately. That's an order.
Last saved recording.
Amazing. Microbots grouping and flying together, similar to flies, capable of affecting other machines, even to the point that those affected become dangerous to humans.
The microbots, they must be dangerous as well. I don't know how, but not all people were killed by larger robots.
I think I figured it out, partially at least. The Alliance scientists were very clear that all of this had to do with an electromagnetic field, the field emitted by these flies. When people displayed disturbing symptoms, field measurements showed above average values. At first I thought it was a sensoric malfunction, after all the machines were broken. It turns out that field damaged them. So all the malfunctions occurred afterward.
Why didn't I think of it sooner? Prolonged exposure to strong electromagnetic fields can be harmful to the human brain. Usually it concerns long-term effects, months and years of unfavorable conditions.
Please elaborate, Doctor. What sort of effects?
Various brain dysfunctions. It may even lead to the arrest of vital organs.
So that's how... Barrett.
Most probably. Another known effect of the EM field is memory loss. The human organism continues to function normally, but the human being as such is helpless, vulnerable. Like a baby, they don't understand the world around them.
Can such a person learn the world anew?
It's unprecedented. All we can do now is believe that they will eventually snap out of it. And when they do, Hope they won't be used as guinea pigs.
We both know this is going to be difficult.
Yes. And I don't even know if I'll survive this mission. Will I see them again? Will they develop properly? Even if it all works out, we will be strangers. They won't remember us. All that's left is hope. God damn it.
Perhaps researching those flies will help us to better aid our people. We're theorizing for now. Be worth examining. Confirm at least.
Got it, Astrogator. I'll search for those containers of flies.
On me dit comment ça a coupé. Là on a quoi? Voilà, on. Bon allez, on y va. Mais du coup on a compris ce qui s'était passé au niveau de l'antimat. Ce sont ces espèces de nanorobots en forme de mouche, de la taille d'une mouche, qui ont perturbé l'électronique, qui ont fait en sorte que la machine se retourne contre ses créateurs.
I just need a moment to think. I've located one of the transporters, sir. Please don't celebrate yet, though. Something strange has happened to it.
Get to the point, please. What's wrong with it?
The outer shell is damaged. There are holes everywhere.
Tiens, un chemin par là.
From bullets?
No, it looks like it's been corroded by strong acid. The door to the cargo bay has budged a little, but it won't open fully.
Oh, là. Il y a un robot.
It's too awkward to squeeze in. The whole vehicle is just stuffed with bushes.
But can you see past them?
Not quite yet. Now. I can see broken containers. No sign of the flies.
Just plenty of bushes.
You have some theories, sir?
Everything that comes to my mind seems absurd.
Well, look, I think it might work like this. The bushes and flies have a symbiotic relationship. I even consider that the flies are part of the bushes. Just like the fruits. If the flies can fly, they behave more like insects, and the bushes like plants.
I see we're getting back to biological analogies. According to your profession, do I correctly conclude that you are confident that this can be a life form?
I'm not sure whether to call it life. Given the age of the oldest forms and the evidence of continued activity, differentiation, a particular drive towards miniaturization, improvement, and lethal effectiveness. It all resembles the evolutionary path of living forms. Only problem is, it's not alive.
So, with a large dose of doubt, you could still call it evolution.
A dead evolution, if anything.
I still don't understand where this change is coming from.
What if I said that the flies and bushes are the same thing, but in different forms? When they need to move, they develop moving parts, the flies. When they need to multiply, expand their volume, they settle on the metal substrate, form bushes, absorb raw material. And they are again ready to transform and relocate to a new source. And so on and so forth.
And I can tell you it's the most sophisticated form of being I've ever heard of, with all the skepticism that comes with it.
Elle est là! Putain, il y avait un buisson là! Putain, je voulais pas les couper là en disant il y a un buisson! C'est pas grave, voilà, c'est pas grave. Donc là, de toute façon, je pense qu'on ne peut pas avancer parce qu'il y a une espèce de champ de force. Tenez.
The second transporter is under a force field. It's hovering above the ground.
So it is operational. Probably also in better shape than the other one.
It certainly looks better.
The cargo may be intact then.
On dirait que le champ de force creuse la matière, non?
There are powerful emitters in the center, similar to those on energobots.
Emitters only? Do they look like they're buried in the ground?
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the top of the energobot. Well, look carefully. Energobots can bury themselves in such a way that only the emitters protrude from the surface.
The force field melted adjacent rocks.
They had to run the generator on full power. They were defending themselves after all.
From the swarm of flies, I presume.
We don't know how large it was. They didn't capitulate. That's a good sign.
Well, I don't know that. So far, I can only confirm that the field has not dissipated. Yet.
Non mais si je passe, je vais mourir. Si ça fait fondre la matière, c'est foutu pour moi.
I know how to get inside. Under this field.
Will you dig a tunnel?
I won't have to. There's already an entrance. I just need to get to it.
Non mais ça me paraît bien. À mon avis, on va devoir passer par le chemin là où j'allais partir tout à l'heure. Attends, je vais juste me mettre là pour voir s'il n'y a pas un cadavre mort. Mais non. Comme quoi, heureusement que j'y étais, hein. Sinon, on n'aurait pas eu toutes ces informations. Non? Tu ne veux pas réapparaître? D'accord. Mais franchement, l'histoire, elle est trop cool, hein. Moi, je suis captivé.
This mission drags on so much. Sometimes I think you're going to take off without me, sir.
Don't count on it, Doctor. I'm not going anywhere.
Astrogator, I found their probe. Looks like it hid from the flies. Or just ended up here by pure luck.
Luck indeed. This registry could be valuable, especially if it managed to photograph everything from a greater distance.
Eh, tu veux bien devenir mon copain?
Come here, little probie. Oh, that didn't work. It flew away.
Is it scared of you too?
I'd rather say that my lack of authorization is more of a problem than me being scary. I won't be able to bring the probe down unless I find a working controller.
Il y a des morts partout, hein.
I got inside the field. Do you copy, sir?
Of course. The force field doesn't block radio waves. I suggest the following. If this transporter is actually running, it doesn't make any sense to take out the containers and carry them with you. You're going to take the whole transport. You'll have the
Oh, c'est
flies in
stylé
large
comment c'est
numbers.
fait.
and a powerful means of transport that can fly over terrain inaccessible to the rover. But before you leave, you need to take down the force field. So first, the Energobot, turning off the force field, then transporter, departure. All clear?
How about I act according to my judgment, and you patiently await my request for help, sir?
We can do that too. You're right, Jasna. You're there. You make the decisions.
Thank you, sir.
Is the probe still with you?
Yes, it's around here. Somewhere. The field is no longer a problem. Disabled.
Oh, c'est
All
stylé!
that's left is to get the flies out of there.
Non. Je ne vois rien d'intéressant. Oulala, 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 oulala! Calme-toi, le jeu! Jean-Michel Musique, n'essaye pas de me faire peur! Il y en a 3 devant et 3 derrière, non? 3 devant sûr. Et derrière 3 idem. Donc ça en fait 6 en tout.
I'm climbing onto the hovering transporter.
Before you leave, though, please check that the cargo is intact.
On est monté! On est monté, mais maintenant, qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? Ah!
All good. I hope.
C'est quoi ça?
Will
Ah, une
this
sonde!
really help our people, Astrogator?
It will, I'm sure. So, what? Off we go? Jasna, what are you wondering about?
What if we're making a mistake? Maybe I shouldn't take the flies off Regis. Maybe it's better to leave them alone. Here, where they belong.
What are you...
I just worry that we might spread this threat. And the tragedy of one planet becomes a tragedy of entire galaxies. Not to mention, all humanity.
Forgive me, Doctor, but that sounds a bit overdramatic. We can handle some mechanical flies. Humanity survived worse.
And you sound like a fool, sir. How can you be so sure? We were clueless just a moment ago. We've only just begun to understand what's going on. But you already know how to handle it.
Jasna, I promise you, we'll analyze everything thoroughly. Now we need to focus on getting you out of there. Can we at least agree on that?
Yes. First, though, I'd like to check the cargo.
Very well. Just hurry up.
La cargaison. Ah ouais, là.
must admit, they look amazing.
Remets-les dedans,
Yes,
remets-les
sir.
dedans.
What have you done?
I'm watching them, nothing more. Don't worry, sir.
What? Some goddamn black hole has opened in the stratosphere. And you say not to worry. Just look outside, Doctor. See for yourself.
Qu'est-ce que t'as fait, Yasna? Peut-être que tu les as réactivés. Peut-être qu'elle pensait qu'il n'y avait plus personne et ça y est, tu les as réveillés, quoi. Oh merde!
How large a group of these flies could be. I can tell you, it can be gigantic.
Yes, sir, I know. I can see it from fucking orbit. What are you waiting for? Get out of there.
Hello, Dragonfly. I fell, but everything's all right. I'm fine. Oh shit! They're alive. These bushes. Something's flying out of them. It's those creatures. They're the ones doing it.
Fuck! The same thing over and over again. No wonder we finally ran out of luck. Too much of this damn curiosity. Who needs to know what might kill us?
I don't know if I should interrupt your speech, sir. It is quite interesting to listen to.
Yes, sir. This is too much. I'll ask you how many times already.
The fourth time, if I counted correctly. But I'm not planning another.
The first four weren't planned either.
At least we learned the truth about this planet and the inorganic beings that inhabit it.
What good does that do us, though?
We know the cause of the stupor. Maybe we can find a way to cure our people. If anyone from the Alliance survived, and they already started their research into a cure.
I wouldn't count on it. It's more likely they're all dead.
Not necessarily. It's a large base, and I only found a few bodies. The rest of them must be somewhere.
Or you'll find more corpses, Yasna.
C'est bon, je peux bouger là ou pas? Ah.
Hey! Something changed. The balloon over the base disappeared.
You mean it flew away, or did it fall to the ground?
Oh, I hope it's the latter. If it caught the west wind, it would have fallen in this area. We're lucky. It's hanging from a cliff, close to the ground.
Can you get to it? Unhook it?
Maybe that won't be necessary. Oh, shit. Somebody's here.
Ah oui, là-bas.
If all you're seeing is dots on the tracker,
No. I can see them with my own eyes. 2 of them, even.
2 people, alive.
Huh? Where did they go?
Have you lost them?
Well, I can't see them now. They were here just a second ago.
Are you sure? What did they look like?
One was wearing an Alliance suit, a green one. The other one, I don't know. He looked different.
I see. And now they are nowhere to be found.
Damn right.
Doctor,
I know what I saw. 2 people alive. Some of them survived.
and you're going to look for them.
Yes. I'm glad we understand each other, sir.
I suggest focusing on what's certain. That balloon is still there, is it not? If it had operational cameras, we might get some answers.
You don't have to convince me, Astrogator. I'm going.
Your rover is nearby if needed.
Good to know. Thank you.
On a fait une sacrée
How are you
chute, hein.
feeling?
Quite all right. I had you worrying again, didn't I?
Well, please don't mind me. I won't turn grey a second time in my life.
Attends, mais je descends par où?
You know what, sir? That whole incident at the start of my journey,
Yes, I remember.
I got badly hurt back then, and I damaged the radio.
And you lost your memory.
The thing is, it wasn't the real cause. There were bushes there too, remember, sir? Just after the fall, the same black cloud of flies gathered above me. They subjected my brain to an electromagnetic field.
Yes, now that's what you suspect.
I know it. The memory of that event came back to me.
So it was the flies all along. In the case of our crew as well.
Yes. And that antimat in the
Hey,
tunnels
là-bas!
and the whole convoy. It happened to all of them.
Non mais c'est le cerveau positronique de la sonde qui me détecte, c'est pas possible. C'est trop bien ça, et je pensais qu'il y avait quelqu'un qui passait devant nous, mais non en fait, c'est le rover qui est venu nous chercher. Comme il est gentil. Non, je peux pas aller par là. Allez. J'ai eu ma petite sauvegarde, donc du coup les amis, moi je vais m'arrêter ici pour aujourd'hui. Parce qu'on a dépassé l'heure de gameplay, menu principal, yes. Et franchement, c'était méga sympa. Beaucoup moins de lecture. Beaucoup plus de blabla entre notre personnage, entre Yasna et notre supérieur. On a appris beaucoup de choses sur cette planète, hein, sur ces fameuses mouches, ces espèces de nanorobots qui sont la cause de tout en fait. De cette perte de mémoire, de ce qui s'est passé au niveau de la base de l'Alliance, au niveau de ce qui s'est passé avec mes collègues. Au niveau des animaux, hein, on parlait de ces poissons là qui fuyaient tout ce qui était champ magnétique. Et bah c'était pour se défendre de ces nuées de nanorobots qui eux, voilà, émettent plus ou moins fortement des champs magnétiques qui sont capables de nous paralyser le cerveau. Donc ouais, c'était vachement sympatoche. Vous les amis, vous me direz ce que vous en avez pensé de cet épisode. Je compte sur vous pour avoir vos retours. N'oubliez pas avant de partir, si c'est pas déjà fait, le petit pouce en l'air et dans le même temps, pourquoi pas, partagez la vidéo, vous abonnez si c'est pas déjà fait. Mais si vous le faites, n'oubliez surtout pas d'activer la cloche. Ciao, bye bye et à très vite.